Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
Thank
can
you.
hear you.
Luna, oh, y que quedaba un nuevo momento. Pero fue como solo una persona. Y fue solo de una persona.
We will start the meeting once we have a quorum. We do not have quorum yet.
Hi, Isidro, Soraya.
Hi, Soraya. Soraya, please let the non-English-speaking audience that we will start the meeting once we have quorum, please.
I have to adjust my volume. I'm sorry, that will start the meeting and to let them know that we are starting the meeting.
Yes.
Okay. Buenas tardes, para informarle a los que hablan español que vamos a comenzar la reunión ahora. Yo soy la intérprete en español para cualquier persona que necesite traducción. Por favor, levante la mano.
The Park City.
Thank you.
Yo la necesito, José Coronado.
Ok, cuando le toque su turno, por favor vuelve a levantar la mano para el examen.
Perfecto, gracias.
Gracias.
What agenda item is that, Soraya? Can you please ask the gentleman what agenda item that is so that I can be aware, please?
Sí, señor. Perdón. What is his name? Okay. Sí, ¿qué número de agenda tiene usted para decirle al señor Isidro?
El nombre del negocio es Dominican Valle Restaurant.
Dominican Valle Restaurant is the name of the business?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gracias.
Yo también, disculpen, necesito traductor de Park City.
Okay, he also needs translation. Should I ask him what number or name, please?
Yes, please.
Sí, señor. ¿Cuál es el número de agenda o el nombre del negocio?
The Park City Olivero Restaurant.
Bar City Olivero Restaurant. Thank you. Gracias.
Darío, dile que por favor tengo una reunión que no entre, para que no entre.
So now we do have quorum. Just for your information, there has been some changes to the licensing committee. We have now 7 members, and as such, we will require to have 4 members. We do have now 4 or 5 members, and on that, we will have quorum. And I will start this meeting on this Wednesday, September the 14th at 6:40. My name is Isidro Medina. I am the chair of this license committee. And let's continue with the process of identifying our committee members, as well as a new member that we have on board. Not only is he new to the license committee, but he's also new to the community board. Let's proceed with the proper introduction of all the committee members, starting with our vice chair, Angel. Angel, you have the floor.
Thank you. My name is Angel Vasquez. I serve as the vice chair of the licensing committee, have been on the community board since May 2020, and have been on this committee since. A neighbor of Lower Washington Heights in the 160th.
Thank you so much, Angel. I would now like to introduce Robin Cruz. Robin, you have the floor.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Robin Cruz. I'm part of the community for like 7-8 years. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you so much, Robin. I would also now like to introduce Simari. Simari, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. I'm still trying to get home, but I'm happy to be here. This is my second year on the licensing committee, so I look forward to hearing from you all this evening.
And Simari has been doing an outstanding job in writing the minutes, so thank you so much, Simari. I'm so grateful for your assistance. And let's continue now with Carl. Carl is our new member to the community board and to the committee. So Carl, if you're so kind, please introduce yourself. Give us some background about yourself, how you know this community, and how exciting you are to join the licensing committee. Please, you have the floor, Carl.
Good, thank you very much. So my name is Carl Nebu. I am a new member of the committee, and but I've been in this neighborhood for like over 10 years. But I have finally joined the committee, and but I work downtown. I'm actually a lawyer, and and I blog too. But I like the community. I finally got on the board, on Community Board 6, and I'm very honored to have been made a member of this committee. Actually, before I came on board, the community board, I was a member of the Neighborhood Advisory Board, where I served as the vice chairman for the past 2 years. So at this time, I'm juggling, I guess, my membership of that board with this one. But again, I'm happy to be on board, and thank you guys very much for having me. Thank you.
I'm very happy to have you on board. So welcome once again, Carl. I see that we are joined now by Leo. Leo, introduce yourself, please.
Hey, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Leo Jimenez. I've been in the licensing committee for close to 3 years now. Glad to have everyone here as a committee. We expect respect from our other audience, our other board members, and we look forward to helping as much as we can in obtaining your licenses. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Later on, we're going to be joined by our other member, Joel. I'm sure he'll be joining us later on. So
I'm here, Isidro.
Oh, Joel, you see? There you go, magic.
Hey guys, good afternoon. Well, good evening now. My name is Joel Kizabreu. This is my second year in the licensing committee. I look forward to hearing all the businesses. This is a very exciting committee to be on, and I look forward to working with you guys all.
Thank you so much, Joel. At this point, I would like for Chanel to please to introduce herself. Chanel.
Hi, my name is Chanel Paniagua. I am the community associate. I hope everyone has a good meeting, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Chanel, for your assistance. I know that you do a lot of work, particularly for the licensing committee. So thank you so much. I would now like to introduce Ebenezer Smith. Ebenezer, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back from the summer vacation, summer break. I hope that everybody had a good summer. Very excited to be here again to start a new chapter in this committee. So welcome. I hope you have a good meeting tonight. We're here at the office to serve you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us. Our telephone number, is 212-568-8500. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. Thank you so much for your assistance. I would like now to introduce our police officers. representing the 33rd precinct. Who do we have present? Sergeant
Hi, good
Rodriguez.
evening, everyone. Sergeant Rodriguez from the 33rd Precinct. How's everyone doing?
We're doing very well. I would now like to recognize the presence of the 34th precinct.
Good evening, everyone. This is Officer Aim from the 3-4 and Lieutenant DeSantos, the new Special Operations Lieutenant here. Good evening, and thank you to Chanel for sending me the agenda and adding me on the list.
Thank you so much. I would like now to take this opportunity to introduce board members. I see that we have one board member, and that'll be Jonathan. Jonathan, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Good evening, guys. My name is Jonathan Romera. I'm also part of this Community Board 12. I'm the chair of IT Task Force and also a member of the Youth and Education Committee.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Welcome on board. I would like now to see if we can get a volunteer to write up the minutes.
Before that, there are, I believe, 2 other board members. I see Hector Bonilla, who is a new board member, and I believe I saw Jacob as well.
Thank you. Hector, can you please introduce yourself? Thank you, Angel. Hector?
Yes, oh, you said Hector. How's it going, everyone? Hector Bonilla, new joiner to the committee. Super glad to be here. I'm a financial analyst. This is my first time being on the community board. I'm super thrilled to be appointed. And I'm here to help, and I'm also here to take notes, as usual.
Thank you so much. Who was the other member, Angel?
Jacob.
Jacob, can you please introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Annis, resident of Inwood and Washington Heights for the past 4 years and a new member of the community board. I'm really excited to participate with the licensing committee. The businesses that are in our neighborhoods really make up the backbones of our community and appreciate everything everyone does.
Thank you so much. And welcome on board once again, Jacob and Hector. So now we'll go back to the committee order, and that'll be to have someone from the committee members to write up the minutes. And who might that be? I need a volunteer. I'm going to write up all the resolutions, but I need a volunteer to write up the minutes.
I'll volunteer today, Isidro. Hector Bonilla.
Thank you, Hector. And
Absolutely.
perhaps Simari can send you the template so you can have an idea more or less how to write up the minutes. And if you have any question, please feel free and reach out to me, Hector. Thank you so much, Hector. Couple of announcements. We're going to have some changes to the application process for the license.
Isidro, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a translator. Do you want to her to introduce herself and then to translate into Spanish the changes that you are about to announce?
I'll do that, and I will ask Soraya to translate only if there are questions, because we do have a lot of licenses. So if there are questions about the process, Soraya, go over quickly, and questions that they might have, feel free and fill the questions in as quickly as you can, because we do have a lot of agenda items. So the changes, and again, Soraya, welcome on board. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Thank you, Mason. Soraya, you have the floor. Soraya.
You're muted, Soraya. You gotta unmute yourself.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. Did you want me to introduce myself right now?
Introduce yourself, yes.
Yes. In English, I'm the Spanish interpreter. Para las personas que hablan español, por favor levanten la mano cuando necesiten hablar o hacer alguna pregunta. Yo soy la intérprete en español. Gracias.
So we're going to have some changes to the license and how the applicants should submit the documents. Regularly, we will ask for the questionnaire, pictures of the public notice that is posted, copy of the license. We're now going to ask the licensee to provide us copy of the health grade. We feel that it's a very simple step because you also got to take a picture of the public notice anyway, so that will save us time and paperwork at the office, and will make it more efficient. So for renewals, we're going to ask again, same documents, questionnaire once again, a picture of the public notice, copy of the license, and a picture of your health inspection. Perhaps Soraya, you can translate that before I proceed.
Can we start a little bit again? Because if you don't mind, I break it in pauses, and so.
So the
I apologize.
requirements for renewals are as follows: a completed questionnaire,
Los requerimientos nuevos son como sigue. A new, I'm sorry.
so you got that one right, the questionnaire.
El cuestionario, primero.
Picture of a public posting notice and a picture of the health inspection.
Una foto de el anuncio o el letrero de su negocio y una foto de la información o reporte del Departamento de Salud.
And also a copy of the license.
Y una copia de su licencia.
For new licenses,
Para licencia, go ahead, I'm sorry.
For new licenses, you're going to need a complete questionnaire.
Para licencia nueva necesitarán un cuestionario completo.
A picture of the public notice.
Una foto del anuncio público.
Copy of the menu.
Una copia del menú.
A copy of the floor plan.
Una copia del plano del piso.
And if there's an operating restaurant, a copy of the last health inspection code.
Si es un restaurante que está en operación, necesitan copia del último reporte del Departamento de Salud. Inspección del Departamento de Salud.
And those are the changes that we're going to have for the new licenses. And all documents have to be submitted on the last Friday before the meeting by noon. So by noon on the last Friday, before the meeting, all documents have to be submitted to the office, which is mostly composed of Chanel and Ebenezer.
Todos los documentos deben de ser sometidos en el último viernes antes de la reunión y antes de las 12 del mediodía.
That's basically it. Now, some announcements. Chanel is going to now share some resources that came to my office, and I think that if you have access to this grant that has been provided by the governor, you'll be able to apply and get some resources and funds so that you can continue operating your restaurants. Chanel is going to share that now.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you want me to translate that? Or?
No, only if they have questions.
Okay, or if you need me, let me know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is everyone looking at my screen?
Yes.
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 All right, thank you so much, Chanel. Also, one last announcement. I'll be going to Dykeman on Sunday. There'll be some filming about our restaurant Uptown Manhattan, and it's going to be produced by ABC and some local, from some local inputs. And now they have decided to include another Manhattan. So they requested that I go there and share my opinion about some restaurants uptown.
No hay problema, el micrófono nosotros lo prendemos y lo apagamos sin problema.
Please mute yourselves, guys. So I'll be heading to Dykeman on Sunday just to make sure that we promote our small businesses, our restaurants that are unique. And in doing so, we understand that when the restaurants survive and they do well, we understand that everything is intertwined. When restaurants do well, it means that actually that clientele is going to go to the barbershop, to a salon. Also, stores get hit by different clothing, apparel, and all of that. So I'm happy to report that there'll be some events to promote restaurants in Uptown Manhattan, and I'm more than happy to be part of it. So that'll be on Sunday. I see that some questions are ready. Jacob is a board member, Cheryl. So he has been introduced already. And there's other questions coming up from our audience. So we have Jacob, Jonathan, and Hector, who are board members, not committee members. But I'm so happy to have them here. Let's now move on through the work of the committee. For the new member, Carl, the way we're going to work is that we're going to entertain one applicant at a time. And once the applicant is introduced, we will have questions from the audience, the NYPD. Once those answers, if there are any, we would gather as a committee and we will entertain questions and comments from our committee members. And once we make our comments, then we would vote on the particular application. All right, having said that, Angie, if you're so kind, please call the first agenda item.
Sure. So the first group of the first listing are all for renewal of on-premise liquor licenses. The first agenda item has withdrawn from the meeting. The second agenda item has also withdrawn their application before the meeting. So that leads us to the third application item, which is Las Palmas Restaurant Inc., located at 3891 Broadway at the corner of West 163rd Street. Do we have a representative for Las Palmas Restaurant Inc.?
Is this the Spanish-speaking person?
No.
Okay.
Spanish-speaking person is agenda item number 16 and agenda item number 26. So no representative, right?
No, it doesn't seem like there's a representative.
This applicant, based on the research provided by the staff, they did not submit a complete questionnaire. They did not send a picture of the public notice, nor did they send a copy of the license. The last time that this applicant came to the board, there was an objection, and that was actually was no objection. The last time that came in, that was September 9th, 2020. But again, no questionnaire, no picture, no copy of license, and they do have a C on the last health inspection. I will have some question about this application, but the representative is not here, nor the owner. And on that note, if there are no opposition, I'd like to go to straight vote from committee members. If seeing there are no oppositions, let's go to a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote? Robin?
No.
Simari?
No.
Leo?
No.
Joel?
No.
And Carl?
No.
Okay. That's no votes in support, seven votes in the opposition, and no abstentions. The application does not pass.
Thank you so much, Angel. Let's proceed now to the next agenda item.
Next agenda item number 4 is Inward Social Corp, located at 101 Sherman Avenue, store number 3, between Dykeman and Academy Streets. Do we have a representative available for Inward Social Corp?
Hey, good evening. Miguel Acosta representing Inwood Social. How's everybody doing in the committee? Hope you guys had a great summer.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Miguel. Based on the research that were provided by the staff, the applicant did submit a complete application. The last time that they came on board on May 2019, there was no objection by this board. I would like to see if there are any comments from our residents. If not, I would like to have the input for 34th precinct. Officer Aim.
Hello, everyone. Officer Aim here. For Inwood Social, we haven't had any 311 calls, or we haven't had any incidents either at the location. No objection.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. So there's no objection by the 34th precinct. I would now like to entertain some questions or comments from committee members. If none, we'll proceed to voting. Seeing none, let's proceed to voting. Angel.
I actually have a quick question.
Joel, please.
What are the hours of operation?
Let me just check the questionnaire. Just give me a couple of seconds. It's Mondays through Saturdays until 11 p.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, great. I stopped by and it's a great place. Good
yeah?
food. Yeah.
I've never been there myself. Maybe I should do that. Thank you so much, Joel.
All right.
Please proceed, Angel.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
That's 7 votes in support, no votes in opposition, no abstentions.
This application passes. Congratulations, Miguel.
Thank you. I'll stick around. I have a few others.
Regards to the owner there, and Joel did pass by and he liked the food and the service there. So congratulations. Next agenda item, please.
Next agenda item is number 5, who withdrew prior to the meeting. So we're moving on to number 6. This is 3821 Broadway Cafe LLC, doing business as Hilltop Ale House, located at 3821 Broadway at the corner of West 159th Street. Do we have a representative for 3821 Broadway Cafe LLC, DBA Hilltop Ale House?
They did submit, so there's no representative, but they did submit a complete questionnaire. There was no objection the last time they came to this committee. And based on the last health inspection, they did receive an A. So this is a complete application. I'd like to hear some comments from our residents. If not, we'll proceed to the 33rd precinct. Officer Sergeant Rodriguez, what's the opinion of 33rd precinct?
Yes, no objections.
No objection by 33rd precinct. And on that note, I'm sorry, I apologize. I do see a hand up. Cheryl, I apologize. I didn't see your hand. My apologies. You do have the floor.
Thank you, Isidro. Good evening. So I just had a question. So I know you told, excuse me, you mentioned the health, that they did their questionnaire, that they had an A health rating. Did they have a hearing notice in the window?
They did, yes, they did.
Okay, thank you. That's all I want to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Committee members, if there are no objections, let's go to a straight vote.
No objections from me. Just want to express that I live next to the establishment and I frequent it. Pretty good place, running pretty smoothly. Good operation, I would say, and a good neighbor in the neighborhood.
Oh, really? That's good to hear. Thank you so much, Angel.
We can go to a vote unless anybody else has anything else they want to add. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
This application passes. Congratulations to the operator, and hopefully we'll see them sometime soon. Let's move to the next one, please.
Next, we have application number 7, Mariscos Ramirez, Inc., doing business as Marisco Centro, located at 1490 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 185th Street. Do we have a representative for Mariscos Ramirez, Inc., DBA Marisco Centro?
Miguel Acosta representing Marisco Centro.
Thank you, Miguel. This applicant submitted a complete application. The last time they came to the committee, June 12, 2019, there was no objection by this committee. And based on the last health inspection, they do have an A. So congratulations to the operator, Miguel. I live close by and I keep an eye on this place. It's a great service and a great food. Do I have any comments from our residents? Seeing none, I will go now to the 34th precinct. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of the 34th precinct?
From Marisco Central, there's no 311s at that location, and we haven't had any incidents, so no objection.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. So there's no 311, no incident, no objection to the 34th precinct. And on that note, I would like the committee to go to straight vote if there are no objections. No objection seen, and you please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin,
Yes.
Simari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no votes in opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. So Miguel, congratulations once again for this operator.
Thank you.
Regards to the owners there.
I'll let Mr. Abreu know. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next one, please.
Okay, moving forward, agenda item number 8 is Broadway and 166th Street, and 166 LLC, DBA Dallas BBQ, located at 3956 Broadway at the corner of West 166th Street. Do we have a representative for Broadway and 166 LLC, DBA Dallas Barbecue?
So there are no representatives and no owners. Based on the research that we were provided by the staff, this applicant did not provide a copy of the questionnaire. There was no public sign picture, no license, no picture of a license. And obviously, last time that they did get a health inspection, they did receive an A. The last time that came to the board, September 9, 2020, there was no objection. However, they did not submit the questionnaire, the public sign, nor a picture of the license. Question from residents. And you think that since there are no representatives and they didn't complete the questionnaire, nor they submit the proper documents, I think we should go to straight vote with or without comments. Correct?
Yeah, I think so. Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Simari, how do you vote?
No.
Leo?
No.
Joel?
No.
Carl?
No.
Chair, that's no votes in support, 7 votes in the opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Agenda item number 9 is Satacos Corp., located at 231A Dyckman Street between Seaman Avenue and Broadway. Do we have a representative for Satacos Corp.?
Yes, Miguel Acosta on behalf of Sandra Hagbridge.
Thank you so much, Miguel. And for the record, the applicant did submit a complete application. He sent a copy of the license, a picture of the public notice. The last time that I came to this committee, and that was June of 2019, there was no objection. Based on the last health inspection, they did receive letter A, so congratulations. I'll open up the floor if there are any questions from residents. Seeing none, I will now move to the 34th precinct. Officer Aim.
For Satacos, once again, we haven't had any 3-on-1s coming from the location and no incidents, so no objection.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. So no 311, no incidents, no objection by 34th precinct. On that note, I'd like to go to straight vote if there are no objections by committee members. Seeing none, let's do that. Angel.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Imari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. So this application passes. Congratulations, Miguel, once again.
Thank you.
Angel, we're going to have a quick change. Agenda item number 12 is going to be considered once we reach 19, because Ariel, who representing that business, might not be joining us as early as he thought. So we're going to entertain number 12 and 19, which is the same operator.
I'm here, but we could do it at 19. That's fine. We could do it together.
So we do together on 12, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Ariel, I'm glad that you're back, that you're in. All right. Thank you so much. So let's proceed, Angel, then with the next one.
Sure. We're now at application number 10. Saggio Restaurant Inc. doing business as Saggio, located at 829 West 181st Street between Cabrini Boulevard and Pinehurst Avenue. Do we have a representative?
Yes, present. I'm here. Present. Saggio.
What's your first and last name and what capacity are you representing?
My name is Calkeen Narvillis. I go by Cal, and I'm the owner.
Welcome on board, Carl. So this applicant did submit a complete application combined with a copy of the license, a picture of the public notice, and a complete questionnaire. The last time that the house inspection passed by, they received an A. So congratulations, Carl. The last time that they came to the committee, it was back in November of 2020, and there was no objection. I'd like to open up the floor now to residents to see if there are any questions or comments. Seeing none.
I have a comment, Isidro.
Jacob, you have the floor. Apologies.
Just thank you. Just a comment of support. This is a really nice place in our neighborhood. I've been there a couple of times, and it's always great to bring people there. Glad they're here.
Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thank you.
Input. We're always happy to hear positive comments, and I'm happy to hear that Saggio is getting praises. Joel, you have the floor.
Joel,
you're muted. You have your, there you go.
Oh, thank you. I just want to echo Jacob. Great place here. Been there a few times. I would love to see. I know you guys make handmade pasta right there at the restaurant. I would love to see handmade penne. I don't know. I spoke to the the waitress that was attending me. She's like, totally agree. But yes, handmade penne is a must.
We'll work on that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joel. I would like now to open up the floor to 34th precinct. Officer Aim.
With this location, we have no 311 incidents and no other incidents at the location.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. So Carl, congratulations. Based on the comments that we have heard, I think that you get a positive response from the committee. And on that note, let's proceed to direct vote. And please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Timari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. Congratulations, Carl. Keep up
Thank
the
you.
good work.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's proceed to the next one, please, Angel.
Okay. So now we're at applicant number 11. This is 4946 Broadway Restaurant LLC, doing business as Tubby Hook Tavern, located at 4946 Broadway between 207th and Isham Streets. Do we have a representative for 4946 Broadway Restaurant LLC? Do we have a representative?
So there are no representatives, but I must submit that the applicant did have a complete application. They received an A on the last health inspection, and there was no objection that they came to this when they came to this committee, which is back September 9th of 2020. They also have a copy of the license, a picture of the public notice, and on that note, I will open up the floor for residents to see if they have any input. Seeing none, this is what the Fairview 34th Precinct. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of the 34th Precinct?
For Tubby Hook, we have no 311s at this location and also no incidents, no objection.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. If there are no objections, let's proceed to direct vote. Angel, please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
Carl.
Yeah.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you so much, Angel. Carl, how do you feel thus far as a new member of this committee?
Feel okay. Actually, how many members are on this committee? Total membership number, approximately.
Of what?
I mean, approximately how many members do we have on this committee?
7.
Oh, okay, all right. So the other folks are just other participants.
So we have other board members that we must recognize when they're present.
Okay.
There are about 3 of them, yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Sure. Angel, let's proceed to the next one, please.
All right, so the next batch of applicants are looking to renew their restaurant wine licenses. Chair, we are at 12 now, which is Sabor Tropical Restaurant Corp., located at 143 Sherman Avenue at the corner of Academy Street. I believe this is the one you wanted to take on with 19. Are we moving forward with both applicants at the same time?
Let's do the renewal first, if it's okay. Then we go to
the class change. Okay, so to start off, it's a restaurant wine renewal. Again, do we have a representative for Sabor Tropical Restaurant Corp?
Yes, Ariel Ferreira.
All right.
Everyone.
Hey, Ariel.
Thank you so much, Angel. So, committee members, this applicant did submit a copy of a complete copy of the questionnaire, along with a copy of the license, a picture of the public notice, the last health inspection. They did receive an A, so congratulations. And again, no objection last time that they came to this committee. So this is a renewal. I'll ask residents to see if there are any questions. Then we'll proceed to the 34th Precinct to see if there are any issues. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of the 34th Precinct?
For this location, this is Sabor Tropical, right?
Yes.
Yes. For this location, we have no 311s or no 911s. No objection. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. No objection with 34th precinct. And on that note, if there are no objections by the committee members, I would like to go to the straight vote. Seeing none, and you please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote? Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
Carl.
Yeah, yes.
That's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. And now let's proceed, since it's fresh. Let's jump to agenda item number 19. And the idea is that they want to do a class change, which means that they want to upgrade, I believe, and Ariel is going to give us some feedback into that, from a restaurant wine to now to a full liquor license. Is that the case, Ariel?
Correct. So this establishment has been here for quite some time. And as we all know, with economic changes, there's a lot of restaurants have had to adapt, especially for those that just provided beer and wine. There's no change in method of operation. They're going to continue to operate the same, open at 6 o'clock, close at 11:30 every night, and maintain the same operation. They just want to be able to provide alcohol to increase their bottom line.
Thank you so much. And how long they've been in business, Ariel?
I want to say they've been over 6 years. I could confirm that. Just give me 1 second.
Because I think that when the first time that they got the restaurant wine was 2016. That
Correct.
meant they were open before that.
They were open before that, but that's when they got their first restaurant wine license, 2016.
So
So they've been adapting over time.
All right, so they've been with the restaurant wine for over 6 years. That is established. All right, very well. So committee members, the request here is to go for full liquor license. The method of operation we should review before we make a decision, before we check with the 34th precinct. The hours, like I just said, they close on a daily basis until 11:30 p.m. The question that I have for you, Ariel, is this place soundproofed that you know of?
Yeah, it has soundproof, but they only use background music, just in the back, just ambiance music. This is more of you can sit down and dine, but you could also grab your food from like a typical buffet, Latino buffet restaurant to go. Their main focus is food, and the music that they have is really ambiance background music, but it also is soundproof as well.
Very well. Are there any inputs from residents? Seeing none, we'll now go back to Officer Aim from 34th Precinct. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of this establishment as far as getting them full liquor license?
In regards to Sabor Tropical, we've never had any issues with them. Do they plan on playing music or live band or anything like that?
No, there's no space. That's not the operation. That they're going to continue to operate the same way that they operate. They're not going to have any DJ or live music or any of that sorts. They don't even have the space for that inside the establishment, even if they wanted to. But this is just a family style restaurant. It's owned by a couple that they run, and they focus more on food. It's just, as I mentioned earlier, to increase their bottom line, but they're not looking to change anything whatsoever of their method of operation.
Okay, yeah, and the closing hours stay the same?
Yeah, the closing hours will stay the same, 11:30.
Yeah, we know we've never had any issues with them. We have no 3-on-1. There's no incidents, so no objection with us.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. On that note, if there are no comments from our committee members, I'd like to go to straight vote. Seeing none, Angel, please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
Carl.
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you so much, Angel. So, Ariel, congratulations on having Sabor Tropical to get a full liquor license.
Thank
We
you so
hope
much.
that business will prosper. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, committee.
Thank you. Now let's proceed to the next one, Angel, please.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go back to agenda item number 13, which falls under the restaurant wine license renewal. Applicant is El Azteca y El Guanaco Restaurant Corp. Located at 4195 Broadway at the corner of West 178th Street. Do we have a representative available?
Yes, Miguel Acosta representing El Azteca y El Guanaco. Unfortunately, there was no documentation submitted. Did not receive the information timely from my client. So the actual license expired August 31st. It had already been renewed. I don't know if you want to move forward with this. I could withdraw, submit for next month, and get everything in order.
I recommend, Miguel, that you withdraw because we need to have proper documentation to move forward.
Not a problem. So I'll move forward with withdrawing this application.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this application has been withdrawn, and there'll be no punitive action taken against this particular item, and they'll come back next month. Next agenda item, please.
Moving forward to number 14, Amores Deli Juice Bar Inc., located at 5025 Broadway, stores 1 and 2, at the corner of West 215th Street. Do we have a representative for Amores Deli Juice Bar Inc.?
Yes, this is Miguel Acosta again. I'm representing Carol Hodge, who is on the Zoom meeting as well, president and owner of Amores Deli and Juice Bar.
What's the name of the president, Ariel? I'm sorry.
Carol Hodge.
Harold, can you please introduce yourself to the committee?
You're on mute. I just asked you to unmute. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carol Hash. Nice meeting you.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. Happy to see that you come into this meeting. It's important for not only committee members, but also residents to know that owners are committed in joining the community board and making sure that we have a full understanding who you are and the great service that you're providing to our community as well. So welcome on board. This applicant did submit a complete application. The last time that they came for health inspection, they received an A, so congratulations to the owners, and there was no objection by this committee the last time they came here, which was March 11th, 2020. So congratulations to everyone. On that note, I'll open up the floor to see if I have any comments from residents. Seeing none, I would like now to move to 34th precinct to see and hear the comments. Officer Ng.
In regards to Amores Deli, once again, no 311s in our system, no incidents at the location.
Thank you so much, Officer Ng. So no 311, no incidents reported by 34th precinct. Thank you so much. On that note, we'll now go into committee session. Any comments? If not, we're going to straight vote. Seeing none, let's go to straight vote. Angel.
Just want to say that I really enjoy this location. It's a good addition to our neighborhood in Inwood. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
And Carl?
Yeah.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you so much, Angel. This application passes. So congratulations, Miguel. And
Thank you.
enjoy the
Thank
evening.
you.
This committee is
Thank
very pleased to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
for coming. Next agenda item, please.
Next agenda item number 15 has been withdrawn before the meeting. So we will move on to agenda item number 16. 1601 Dominican Valle Restaurant Corp., located at 1601 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 190th Street. I believe that we need translation services, if I'm not mistaken, or that might be the next one.
This is the one.
Okay. Do we have a representative for 1601 Dominican Valle Restaurant Corp? Soraya, you may have to say it in Spanish.
Tenemos un representante para el 1601 Dominican Valle.
Sí, José Coronado, el dueño, owner.
Yes, the owner, José Coronado.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Mr. Coronado. You are the owner. You submit an application to renew your license, your restaurant one license.
Usted sometió una aplicación para renovar su licencia.
Based on the documents that we received from the staff, I noticed that we did not receive a copy of the public notice sign, nor a copy of the license, which are required to be submitted to this board.
Basado en los documentos que usted sometió, notamos que no tenemos, which one was it? I'm sorry, the notice?
No public notice sign, and there was no copy of the license sent to the board.
No tienen copia de la licencia y no tienen el anuncio público, ¿no? Is that where?
They did not submit these documents to the board.
No, esos dos documentos no han sido sometidos a la Junta.
Pero yo lo sometí con la contable sometió esos documentos. Está supuesto a estar completo.
I submitted them with the accountant. They should be complete.
They are not.
No están completos.
¿Qué debo hacer?
What should I do?
We recommend that he gets back to his accountant, and when they submit an application, they need to have, again, the completed information, which is, please translate.
Sí, sugerimos, queremos que usted lo vuelva a someter o que chequee con su contable, porque necesita entregarlo.
And they they need to bring a copy of, again, a copy of the license.
Copia de la licencia tienen que traer.
A picture of the public notice.
Una foto del anuncio público.
Okay. A picture of the health inspection.
Una foto de la inspección de salud.
Okay.
And a complete questionnaire which he did submit.
Y un cuestionario completo que sí se sometió.
Sí, inclusive yo tengo ese formulario que ella me lo reenvió a mí también.
I do have that questionnaire, the application that she submitted.
Right, but those other documents are missing.
Correcto, pero los otros dos documentos no están.
Based on that, I'm going to recommend that he withdraw his applications so the community board will not take any punitive action against his establishment.
Basado en eso, yo recomiendo que usted se retraiga la aplicación.
So that the community board will not take any punitive action.
Para que así la Junta de la comunidad no le imponga un castigo.
And we will welcome him next month.
Y será bienvenido el mes que viene.
Okay. El próximo mes entonces estaremos completos.
So then for next month we will be complete.
Okay, so this application has been withdrawn by the owner and we'll see him next month.
La aplicación ha sido retraída y lo veremos el mes que viene.
Next up.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank
next
you.
applicant, please.
Moving on to number 17. This is still under restaurant wine license renewals. Villas Lounge 2 Corp. doing business as Villas Lounge 2. Located at 130, 132 Audubon Avenue at the corner of West 172nd Street. Do we have a representative for Villas Lounge 2 Corp?
Yes, hi, my name is Marek Schreiber, representing Villas Lounge 2 Corp. Yes.
I'm sorry, for the purpose of the minutes, what is your name again? I didn't hear that well.
Marek Schwed, Marek Schwed.
Very well. So this applicant is requesting a renewal of the restaurant wine license. They did submit a complete application, which has a copy of the license, a copy of the public notice. However, in the last health inspection, they received a C based on many violations that was reported by the health department. That is a little bit concerning. That includes evidence of rats or live rats in the facility, and many other points that were like issued. Also, the last time that they came to this board, we found that they were also in health issue because the last time they came here, we noted that they also received a C on the health inspection once again. So this is a continuous pattern for this establishment, a little bit concerning there. And also the last time that they came to this community board, there was some objection by this committee, and mostly because there are a lot of people congregating in the area. There were some 311 calls. There was an incident dating back to February 2020, but I'll let the 33rd precinct give some details. Too many people playing dominoes in front of this establishment. And that's why this committee rejected this applicant the last time that they came on board. I would like to open up the floor to our residents to see if there are any comments.
If I can comment on that, there was a.
Let's see if there are any comments from residents. Then we're going to ask the 33rd precinct to give us some feedback, and then you have the opportunity to answer or comments on all the comments that have been made. So let's just hear the residents, then the precinct, then we'll get back to you. I see that Cheryl, you have the floor for 2 minutes.
Yeah, hi. So I'm just wondering, has this business been able to be open if the health department has been out there so many times and it's a pattern where they're seeing these things, whether it be rats, whether it be roaches. I mean, I don't know how long this place has been in business, but to me, if you're a business owner and you've been in business for any length of time, you should know that you need to clean up your act. You should know that your customers can get very, very sick, from rat droppings, mice droppings, whatever the case is. And that I just don't understand how the health department has not shut this place down for them to clean up their act, no pun intended, but, to clean up their act and get rid of the rats and whatever else they found in there, whether it's flies, unclean, where they're not keeping their meat or the fish at a proper temperature and things like that, and not cleaning up the areas where they're serving the food or prepping the food. So I'm just wondering how this business has been able to stay open this long. If you're saying, Isidro, that this has been a pattern with the health department and they have been out there several times and keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. I would now like to provide or get the opinion of the 33rd precinct. Sergeant Rodriguez.
Yes, good evening. From this location and within 12 months from today prior, I'm seeing that there were 311 calls for loud music. I had to actually, there was an intox male from the location I had to send to the hospital myself. There were 2 summonses I see that were written in front of the location because they do have patrons come outside the location with alcohol in hand and drink in front of the establishment. So I see right now. That's all I got right now.
So you mentioned that there were three 311 calls. Did I get that right?
Yeah, 331 calls for loud music.
For loud music, and also you said there were 2 summonses for patrons drinking outside the establishment, coming
Correct.
out of the establishment
Correct.
with drinks on hands. Very well. So Mark, now
Yes.
you have opportunity. You heard everything that have been said. Now it is the opportunity to tell us practically everything that has been said and how can you respond? How do you respond?
In regards to the sanitary conditions, there's no kitchen in a place. They serve snacks only. There's no fish. There's just no meat. It's just microwaved food, pretty much. And it's basically they just serve beer and wine. If it comes to the loud music, there's a notoriously problematic neighbor, which is the deli, and people just obtain drinks, beer, and other products and sit out in front of the deli that's next door, and they create a lot of the problem continuously. I've taken many videos every single day. Basically, they sit out there, and throughout COVID, that was a very big problem because they were just congregating in front of the place, taking over the immediate frontage of the establishment, and it just continues to this day. There's no enforcement of any kind. They do sell beer, and they customers going into that deli just will walk outside and they play dominoes constantly every single day on the sidewalk. Police doesn't do anything about it. They just they've been a continuous problem to us, to the establishment. If it comes to the people drinking on the sidewalk, sometimes it happens that they just walk out. It's for the most part they've been considering the last renewal to this renewal. I think that they've been pretty doing pretty well, considerably.
There were 2 summonses that were issued for merchants or patrons coming out with drinks on hands.
I'm not aware of it. I only can assume that it's just people just walk outside because they congregate with the people there on the sidewalk, and it's all neighborhood people. It's just neighbors, and they know each other and just walk out. I mean, I don't. It's a beer and wine also. It's not a full bar.
I highly recommend that you start submitting these pictures and call the community board about these problems. I will hope that there will be enforcement, because if most of the problems are caused, as you said, by the deli, then you should not be penalized. But it's concerning that some of the drinks that you received the summon came from the establishment. That is a serious violation. But I can sense that the deli is a problem, because I know that some establishments get burned by the inappropriate behavior of all the establishments. I see that on 207, and it's not fair. But you should start calling 311 and making sure that the deli get the enforcement that is required, so that you can protect your business.
I'm gonna email you some videos that we have. Just people go in and out. They get beer. They walk outside. I've taken pictures myself. People just sit outside with a case of beer and play dominoes, right? And then they just buy the beer at the deli, and they walk outside and just sit outside and play dominoes. And they play music. They have their own boom boxes, and they play music.
Lee, I'll get back to you in a minute. So, like, at what time does this usually take place?
I've seen it in the early afternoon, throughout the evening, and late into the night. I've been there myself several times. I've known them for quite a while. This is my third renewal here, and I've been guiding them. Again, it's kind of a neighborhood spot where people just know each other, and as much as they pay attention to their patrons, the patrons also know people that frequent the deli next door. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword for them as well.
Leo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Cedro. Just a recommendation, I guess. Do you have your local NYPD precinct, I guess, community officer's number by any chance?
I would like to say that the owner does, the manager actually, lady, but I'm not certain at the moment.
Okay, and then the second thing is, do you know if the manager or the owner has a contact information for who to call whenever anybody has complaints on their window?
They do.
Or
because,
somewhere
yes,
visible to the public.
Yes, it is. We actually have gone through this with SLA. So there is a notice in a window in case there's an issue, who to call. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I see that one of our attendees has a hand up. Angela, you have the floor. Angela, you have the floor. Going once.
I just asked.
Hi. Okay. He just asked me to unmute. I just feel if the establishment has been having all these problems and been having noise complaints and all that stuff, I don't feel that you guys should be approving the license for this establishment until they get their act together.
Thank you so much, Angela.
You have a queue of Joel first, and then Hector Bonilla.
Joel, then Hector.
I just have a few questions. So, what's the price point for the snacks that you have currently, and is the majority of your overhead costs covered by the drinks and the beers?
It is a tavern type of license. The price point, I believe, to start at $5, $5 to $12, if my memory serves me correctly.
Okay, and you have bottled beers and on tap?
Just bottles. I don't believe there is tap.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Hector.
Hello, Maverick. Question, is there any security or anybody enforcing any rules at the establishment?
Yes, they do security. They do have security on weekends since I believe Friday and Saturday. This is where the busiest nights are. From what I know. Yes, Friday and Saturday. They have a licensed security guard.
Perfect. Is there any way we could cross-reference with Sergeant Rodriguez to see when those summonses were issued, to see if they were on a weekend, if the security actually prevented these summonses from occurring to the establishment, Isidro?
I'm not aware how we can arrange that, but if you have
no, the date of the summons, if we were able to see if it was on a weekend, to see if the security was actually preventing.
Maybe Sergeant Rodriguez can provide some more update on that. Sergeant Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm looking at the date of the summonses. They were issued on June 25th, 2022. I don't know if that's a weekend. I'm not sure. Yeah, June 25th, 2022. That's a Saturday, Sergeant Rodriguez. So, I think that's just something to note to the committee. Thank you, Cedro.
Thank you so much, Hector. I see no other questions unless these are like all questions. Joel, is it a new question?
No, sorry about that. Old hand.
All right.
Can I ask a question? I'd like to ask a question for the police precinct. Generally speaking, is there a noise issue related to the street beyond just the establishment? Like, do you feel that there are external problems beyond the establishment on the street?
There is I do understand there is the deli that's next door, but I personally witnessed some of the patrons come outside the establishment with alcohol, so I can attest to that.
Okay.
But there is a little deli next door that there are people that do hang out there as well.
Thank you so much, officer. If there are no objections from committee members, let's go to a straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
I'm abstaining.
I'm voting no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Dimari?
I'm voting no as well.
Leo?
No.
Joel?
No.
Paul?
No.
Chair, you have no votes in support, 6 votes in opposition, and 1 abstention.
So this application fails. Merrick, I highly recommend that you start documenting all this and bring it to the attention to the community board and all the proper city agencies, including the NYPD. Also, Consumer Affairs, because that is a sidewalk that this activity is taking place, and perhaps even sanitation, because I'm sure there are a lot of issues there. All right.
Sure.
So this application fails, and let's move to the next one.
Thank you.
Our next applicant is looking for a renewal for their eating place beer license. Alto Mayor y Amigos, located at 543 West 187th Street at the corner of West 187th Street. Do we have a representative for Alto Mayor y Amigos available?
So no representatives, and this application is incomplete. They did not submit a copy of the public sign. They did not submit a copy of the license. And the last time that they came on board, which was September 11, 2019, they did receive an objection by this community board. And Shanae, on this package, we don't have a health inspection code. So perhaps we can get it next time that they come around.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find it for some reason.
Okay, not a problem. So on that note, I recommend that we go to a straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin?
No.
Dimari?
No.
Leo?
No.
Joel?
No.
Paul?
Just before that, please, what's the difference between this and a restaurant wine license?
Chair, do you want to explain? This is it's an eating place beer license.
So
Okay.
there are different type of licenses within the SLA. They range from a tavern license, which is a license that perhaps is a pool place where people play billiard, or a small bar. Then they are like full liquor license where they, full restaurant. There are other types of license where the food is very limited. And obviously we have the restaurant wine, which includes wine and beer, and they don't have full liquor, hard liquor as they call it. So these all are restaurant wine, which are limited to wine and beer and cider.
Sure. Thank you. So I vote no.
Thank you, Carl.
We have a hand up from Tubby Hook Tavern.
Sir, someone from Tubby Hook Tavern, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm only jump on here. I was supposed to be on earlier and I had an emergency. I just want to let you know, guys, I'm here for Tubby Hook Tavern, and I'm able to talk for it, but I apologize for being very late. Just whenever you want to talk to me, I'm here.
I believe your turn has not come up yet.
Okay, thank you very much.
He did come.
It did come up.
He was number 11.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, we
Thank
voted
you,
yes.
Thank you so much, guys. So your application was approved. You submitted all the documents. The committee and our residents didn't have any problems with it or issues with your application, so it was approved.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for, just correcting me on that matter. So this application fails, correct, Angel?
Correct.
Thank you so much. Before we move on, it was noted that Hector is not part of this committee, nor Jonathan and Jacob. And as such, Hector cannot be taking the minutes. So we need to have someone from the committee to write up the minutes, and I need a volunteer.
I'll do it for this month, Isidro, just for the sake of time.
Simari, thank you so much. Angel, once we spoke about rotating the minutes, because I don't want just one person to be inundated or punished to write up all these minutes. It's not fair that Simari is the one always writing up the minutes. So we really have to come up with a plan.
Yep. We will come up with the rotation.
I apologize, Isidro. I haven't volunteered because I have a position as assistant chair of the traffic and transportation, and I have to write their monthly meeting minutes. So it's a lot to handle. So that's the reason I never volunteered. So I apologize about that.
Thank you so much, Alio, for bringing that up. But we do have other members that, we should be more active. And Andrew, perhaps we should go on a last name basis or first name basis. What do you think?
We should say that more. I missed that piece. We should call what?
Should I leave that up to you? You come up with a plan?
Sure. I mean, yeah, it would just become a rotating schedule.
Okay. So for next month, we will announce what the rotation will be, correct?
Sure.
I will do it next month.
Oh, someone's already stepped up.
All right. Thank you, Rob. So now let's move with agenda. Please, let's move forward. Thank you, Simari, once again.
Okay. The next type of license, we're going to jump over to section D because we've already done section C, the class changes. This is a New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission renewal of a livery car-based license. This is applicant number 20, Reino Car Service, Inc., located at 609 West 175th Street at the corner of West 175th Street.
And before you move on, Angel, and this is for the purpose of information for Carl. So Carl, I forgot to mention that we also do car livery licenses. And the idea is that, we ask very few questions because they only need to have a resolution from the board that we approve of the license, and TOC would take care of that. This is not reported to the SLA, but it is a license, and as such, since we're the license committee, we do take care of all these licenses as well.
Thank you.
On that note, let's welcome someone from Reino Car Service. I see someone there. Please identify yourself.
Yes, hi, good evening. My name is Kiersey Mejia, and I'm representing Reino Car Service. I'm the manager.
I'm sorry, I couldn't write your name fast enough.
Kiersey, that's Kirsy Mejia, Mejia.
Very well. And are you the owner or representative?
I'm a representative. I'm the office manager.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
So very few items to report. They publish the public notice, which is, it's really nice of them to do this. They don't have to provide a copy of the license. It's not required. The last time that they came, they did get an approval, and that dates back to June 12, 2019. Let's see if there are any questions from residents. If not, let's go to proceed to the 33rd precinct. Sergeant Rodriguez.
Yes. All right. So there's no chronic 301s, no notable incidents, no objections from the 33rd precinct.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Rodriguez. Kirsy, how many cars do you have?
We currently have about 45 cars affiliated to our base.
Are there any of these cars that are accessible?
We have 4 accessible vehicles, yes,
Thank
4
you.
vans. Mhm.
And how long you been in business?
Well, the base has been in business since 1987, I believe. We came on in October.
Wow. Well, welcome on board.
Thank you.
And if there are no objections by this committee, I would like to ask the vice chair to go to straight vote.
Okay, you can go to a vote. Isidro,
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin,
Yes.
Simari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yeah.
That's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
So, do you mind if I ask just a clarification? I'm not going to change my vote or anything. I just want to understand something, if you don't mind.
Sure.
You said that they've been around a longer time before they came on in October. What does that mean exactly?
It's under new ownership.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So, Kirsty, congratulations. Have a good night.
Thank you. You as well.
We'll
Good
see
night,
you
everyone.
hopefully in 3 years. Take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's proceed, Andrew, please.
So the next type, we're going to jump into subsection E, which is looking for an alteration to a license. This is applicant number 21, 839 West 181st Food Inc., doing business as Lakiel, located at 839 West 181st Street at the corner of West 181st Street. Do we have a representative from 839 West 181st Food Inc.?
Good evening, guys. My name's Claire Donnelly. I'm the general manager at Lakela, 839 West 181st Food Inc.
Hi, I'm sorry again. Apologies. What's your name again?
Claire Donnelly.
Claire. Okay. And you are representing the business, is that correct?
Yeah.
Very well. For the purpose of the minutes, this applicant did submit a complete application. The last time they came on board, that would be November 12, 2020. There was no objection by this committee. The last time that they had a health inspection, they received an A. And it seems I've been to this establishment many times. It's a great establishment, great ambience. The question that I have for you, Claire, is what is the alteration that you have for this establishment so that we can consider it?
So it's basically, we're adding the adjacent space next door. We're just adding it to the existing premise so we can add more seating and tables to the establishment.
So you want to add more space to accommodate seating, right?
Yeah, so we're going to add some more tables and chairs.
Tables and chairs. Like how many chairs and tables are you going to have?
So we're adding an extra 9 tables and an extra 32 seats.
So about 9 tables and 30 chairs, you say?
Yeah,
And that'll be on the first or second floor?
it's on the first.
The question that I have for you is, will this in any way, shape, or form interfere with how accessible the restrooms are going to be?
No,
So people in a wheelchair will have no problems getting themselves into the restrooms, correct?
no, not at all.
Okay. Any other changes that you have?
No, that's it.
So the idea is that they're requesting that we consider the application adding space to accommodate more tables and more chairs for a total of 9 tables and approximately 30 chairs. I'm going to see if there are comments from first residents, but I see that, Leo, I'll get back to you once we get the opinion of 34 precinct. Would that be okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, Cedric.
Sure. Now let's proceed with the opinion of 34 precinct. Officer A.
In regards to this location, we've never had any incidents with them. We have no 311 calls. No objection.
So no 311, no incidents, no objection by 34 precinct. Leo, you have the floor.
What's the capacity of La Queda?
Right now, the capacity is 175.
Okay, thank you. By the way, La Queda is amazing. I frequented there prior, so great food, great ambiance. I appreciate La Queda.
Thanks a million. I appreciate you.
Leo, I second that one. It's great. It's a nice place to be there.
So
Thank you.
Robin is saying it's a nice place. So we have 3 committee members complimenting this establishment. I see also that Jacob has his hand up. Jacob, you have the floor.
Thank you. Was just going to add a third recommendation. That's a great spot.
Thank you so much, Jacob. So we have board members along with committee members complimenting this establishment. So Claire, this is a great establishment. You mentioned that it's 175, but on the application you have the capacity as 174.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So it's 174.
174, apologize.
Correct. On that note, I recommend that we go into straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Absolutely yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
With that said, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. And then as you get ready, Angel, to call the next one. Carl, so the way we vote in the committee is by way of ranking by seniority. So you're the newest member, so you'll be last. But don't worry, we'll have new members and then you will not be the last one.
No problem.
So Angel, let's proceed, please.
Applicant number 22 withdrew their application before the meeting, so we're going to move on to applicant number 23. And this is for a method of operation change. Applicant number 23 is Lake Erie LLC, doing business as HP at North End, located at 4300 Broadway at the corner of West 183rd Street. Do we have a representative for Lake Erie LLC present?
Yes, I'm here, Lauren Lynch.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello, hi, everybody.
Welcome on board. I think that I met you a couple of times. I must say, like, right away that I love your place. It's a really nice place to go and chat. I found it a little bit hot during the summertime, though. I was sitting near the window, but you know that's.
I just texted my general manager. I said, guarantee that they bring up the AC breaking this summer. And that's ongoing. So, you know, when it's really hot, you might not want to come because it was supposed to get fixed yesterday and the wrong part came after waiting a month.
It's a nice place, but for the purpose of the minutes, the applicant did submit a complete application. They submitted a copy of the license, also a picture of the public notice. So everything seems to be in place. They received an A on the last health inspection. And on the last reso, which I don't have on board, Chanel, we don't have a reso on the last time that North End came to the board, but I recall clearly there was no objection, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we don't have a copy of the last reso. So Lauren, please tell us what is that you want on this ask, which is to change the method of operation. Please elaborate what those changes are.
I mean, it's the same thing that we did last time, but I made the mistake of not sending over the purchase for the receipt for the sound limiter, which we bought the next day and installed, and it was just a failure on my part to get you the information that you had requested. So I tried to get on the next meeting, and then there was the summer, so we're back again with the same request. And I think the only stipulation was the sound limiter before, and you now have that. You should have that. I sent that over as requested.
So what is your ask again? I'm sure you requested that stipulation just to make sure that we cover our residents, but what was that you requested?
So we had asked to remove security. And we had asked to, we have our pop-up that we do and a few other events where we do have a DJ. It's not late at night. We do it during our community event, during our Onda pop-up, which supports local business owners who are doing crafts and clothing and stuff. It's been very successful. And yeah, nothing late night, just kind of like a day. We have like a house guy that comes in and plays some different
So
music.
in essence, no changes to the hours, which is great. You want to remove the security guard, and I think that we'll keep that step, and we'll go over that once we speak to the residents and to the NYPD. So let's move forward now to see if there are any comments from our residents. Seeing none, let's move now to Authority for Precinct. Officer Aim, what is the opinion of Authority for Precinct?
In regards to North End, we have no 311s at their location, no incidents, no issues.
So this establishment sits right next to the precinct, so I'm sure they will not get too many problems. But I see Joel has a question. Joel, you have the floor.
What are the hours of operation?
The hours of operation are, I mean, during the week, we typically are 11 a.m. till 10. On the weekends, it goes until midnight sometimes. But, you know, if there's not, it's definitely more of a day spot. It's more of an after work crowd. And, you know, it's more of a community space on the weekends. So the majority of our business happens during the day and dinner.
So the latest is on the weekends, where is that 12?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you think you will be able to do security during those days and limit security on other days?
I mean, I would definitely prefer not to. And the last time when we went through this, we discussed more at length that we hadn't had any issues, that it's more of a restaurant. This isn't, a space where people are going for late night partying. And, it has been a longer haul for sure. And a broken AC doesn't help. To be able to afford to have security there, it has become like a really tall order for us.
Okay. And Jacob is great, by the way, man.
I know. I
But thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. I see that Jacob, you have your hand up. Please, you have the floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to voice support for North End here. It's a really special spot in our community. They do a lot to put on events and programming, and especially wanted to acknowledge the effort to host drag brunches at their venue, which is something I know the LGBT community in our community definitely appreciate. That's not something we have a lot of in our area, so it's brings something unique here. It's definitely appreciated.
Thank you, Jacob. Lauren, you have done an outstanding job in this venue. So I would definitely vote in favor of you removing the security guard. But I would add still the step, which is to bring a copy of the sound limiter. And that'll be.
I think it was included in the application, Chair.
I'm sorry?
If I'm not mistaken, she included a copy of it in the application,
Let me see.
at least the electronic version that I have.
Actually, yes, we do have it. So in essence, there'll be no step. Take into account that you submit already the copy of the sound limiter. That would just be to protect our resident. Joel, is that a new hand or old hand? Probably old hand. See
Yeah,
that?
old hand.
Okay, let's go to straight vote if there are no oppositions. Please proceed.
Before we go, I was just gonna speak in favor of the applicant.
Please
I
proceed.
think that I think this applicant brings something very unique to our community, and it's very well cherished. So thank you so much, Lauren, for your service and your establishment.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
All righty. Going to a vote now. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
That's 7 votes in favor, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much. This application passes. Congratulations, Lauren.
Thank you so much,
I'm
guys.
sure we all pass by one time or another. Until then, do have a good night and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Next one, please.
Our next applicant is also seeking a method of operation change. This is applicant 24, Halakas Corp., doing business at Junior's Taco, located at 253, 257 Sherman Avenue at the corner of Isham Street. Do we have a representative?
Good evening again, Miguel Acosta, representing Junior's Tacos. Unfortunately, the owner, Scarlett Rosa, is the only person on the floor in the restaurant today, so she won't be able to attend the meeting. The applicant is looking to add DJ and no other changes on the method of operation.
All right. The applicant did submit a complete application. However, on the health inspection, they have not yet been graded. The last time that they came to this community board, which was January 18, 2019, there was an objection by this community board because the owner, and this is reported by the 34th precinct, some double parking issue, and also sell to underage, and that dates back to 2019. Back then, the representative, which was Miguel Acosta, informed the licensing committee at the meeting that a couple of employees mishandled alcohol, and they were since being fired. The owner was not present even back then, which is something that I do have some objections to it. So again, this place has not been inspected or has not been graded yet. Let it be concerning because there are some violations, and take into account that the owner has not come to 2 consecutive meetings. At least for me, it sends me the wrong message. At this time, what they want to do is to add a DJ to the premise because it's not on the method of operation. On that note, I see, let's go with residents first. I see that Angela has her hand up, followed by Cheryl. Let's proceed with Angela. Angela, you have the floor for 2 minutes.
Okay. I live in the area. Where are they planning on putting this DJ? Because the place is not that big, and where the establishment is located is you have a lot of senior citizens above. There's apartments above. So where are they planning on locating this DJ?
Well, basically, it's not going to be a DJ with a DJ booth or a DJ table. It's normally a DJ is somebody that's mixing recorded music. So with today's technology, they're just going to need a laptop and connect to the current stereo. So basically, it's just looking to change, entice the ambience a little bit, and basically, nothing is going to be amplified. The music system that's currently there is going to stay the same. So it's basically just being allowed by the liquor authority to be able to have somebody by law be able to mix recorded music. So that's what's considered a DJ for the liquor authority. So that's why it's noticed that we need to submit in order for the liquor authority to consider it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I know for a fact that they've been having a lot of issues with the double parking, but for the noise, I don't know if it's a big establishment. And
No, it's a
Miguel,
small establishment, and I understand if there's issues with double parking, we can address that as well. And I could definitely tell the owner to address it.
yeah,
Previously, they had some citations for some violations. It was before there was other employees. Right now, the owner is actually operating the business. So I don't foresee any issues besides, any issues that may be current at the moment that we can address and probably clear up.
Thank you so much, Miguel. Let's proceed now with Cheryl. Cheryl, you have 2 minutes.
Sure, thank you. So my question is, Isidro, I think you had mentioned that they weren't graded yet by the health department. I couldn't, I don't remember if you said that there was, or were they supposed to put a notice about the meeting tonight, that they were going to be at the licensing tonight? Were they supposed to put a notice in the window? And did they, if they're supposed to?
Yes, they did.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Now let's go now into to listen to the opinion of 34th Precinct. Officer Aim.
In regards to juniors, the double parking situation is still a concern. We're doing the best we can, issuing tickets. It has gotten a little better. In regards to 311s, we haven't received any 311s. We've also had no incidents at that location. So that's pretty much all I got. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
the residents above, are also a concern with the music. So, there will have to be stipulations in regards to that if it were to pass. Sound limiters, soundproofing, all that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. We're now going to committee session. Committee members, so based on the concerns that you heard, I'm going to ask if you want to go to a straight vote, or do you want to put in place some steps?
Is it possible, sorry, Isidro, is it possible I can comment prior to making any decision at the moment?
Sure, please, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I text the owner, and she did inform me regarding the double parking, that's basically just not her. She may have, in certain occasions but there's a barber shop next door that also, they loiter outside. They also have double parking, people hanging in the barber shop, and, with the in and out, people playing dominoes out in front. So it could cause, some confusion whether to which double parking this business pertains to, or if it's just people hanging out. And in addition to that, like I said, there's not going to be any amplified music when it comes to the music and the addition of this DJ. And she does have soundproofing, and if it's required, she will get a sound limiter. And in addition, like we always recommend, the double parking signs that we may have her on a stick.
I see, Joel, you have your hand up.
I do recommend that we do a sound limiter as a stipulation.
Okay, just let me respond to the double parking issue. 207 has been a perennial problem for our businesses in Uptown Manhattan. I know for a fact because I have visited that area consistently. I go to 207 at least once a week, at times even 3 times a week. And it just bothers me to see how many double parking problems we have in the area. and there's one and only one corporate. When that license comes about, I will address that because I have videos. I do have photos. I myself have experienced many problems with that particular establishment. But again, it is a problem that is affecting all businesses. And I'm not going to punish one business for the ill and the irresponsibilities of one major or corporate person or business that we have in that area. It's a problem because God forbid there's an emergency, the firefighters, the police might not be able to pass by. We're going to address that problem very harshly when we deal with this establishment when they come along, because I know who the corporate is. I receive videos, photos, calls from residents, from establishments, and we're going to rectify this problem through the NYPD. I will hope that the police department will pay close attention to the vehicles that are being parked on Vermilion Avenue. It seems that these cars are exempted from getting summonses because they are or they belong or are valet parked by some establishments. We will take that a deep look into this problem because it is a problem that is affecting that area. And I'm looking forward to see when this new licensee comes to the community board, because the problems are not one, there are hundreds of complaints about this establishment. Joel.
But this location is actually on Sherman Avenue in the corner of Isham Street.
I understand, but this problem is throughout the commercial corridor.
Yeah, no, that I understand. I've witnessed it myself. And I think that we are taking the right approach and addressing it, and I think it should be enforced. And it happens to all businesses, you know, office spaces everywhere. Just the fact that people are a little bit impatient right now and not abiding by the law.
Angela, I see you have your hand up, but we're already in committee session, and you already had an opportunity to address this establishment. So I would proceed with the agenda.
No problem.
I recommend that we put 2 stipulations. That'll be my recommendation, which would be to install a sound limiter. And Miguel, they must submit copy, proof of purchase, by the 23rd of this month before 5 p.m.
Sounds good.
And also to provide 2 no double parking signs, and you know the measurements, 3 feet high, 2 feet wide, that will state no double parking.
Got it.
Committee members, do you want to add something else? If not, let's proceed for a vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Robin,
Yes.
Simari,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support. No opposition, no abstentions.
This application passes. So congratulations, Miguel. And Miguel, just a quick note, please let
Ms. Scarlett.
the owner know that from now, you know, every now and then it would be nice to see her.
Not
to
a
make
problem.
sure that we know who we're dealing with.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you on the next one.
Hey, Isidro?
Uh,
Yes, Carl here. Carl, please, I'd have to jump off and check in on a different meeting. Maybe I'll come back before you guys are done, but today is such a loaded day for me with meetings.
Thank you so much, Carl.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks, sure.
So this application passes. Again, congratulations, Miguel. Let's move to the next one, please.
Applicant number 25 is also seeking a change in method of operation. This is Utopia Kitchen and Lounge LLC, doing business as Utopia Kitchen and Lounge, located at 238A Sherman Avenue, between 207th and Isham Streets. Do we have a representative for Utopia Kitchen and Lounge LLC?
Yes, this is Ariel Ferreira here representing Utopia. I also should have Alex Rodriguez, who should be on the call as well. Present, he's there as well. So we're here.
And Ariel, Alex is an owner?
Yes, he is the owner of the establishment.
Very well. And what is the ask here?
So here we're requesting the establishment is requesting to add a DJ, to add live music, and to also request their hours to be extended to 4 a.m. from Wednesdays to Sunday, to help with the business. They've been struggling and they want to continue to grow. They also have a space on the side of their business that they can hold private events where they would like to use the DJ and be able to provide live music. So they want to be able to continue to grow their establishment and survive.
So, can you please review with me once again the request? I see that on the questionnaire, they're putting, they're requesting from Wednesdays until Saturday until 4 a.m. and then Sunday from 1 p.m. to 4 a.m., correct?
Correct.
Very well. For the committee members, this applicant did submit a complete application. The last time they came on board, which was June 18 of 2019, there was no objection. I see that they haven't been graded yet. Any reason why, Ariel or Alex?
Get graded once they come and do the inspection. They've been waiting for their inspection for quite some time since they've opened. So that's why they haven't been graded yet. I also emailed you and Chanel a support letter in support of this application from Assembly Member Manny De Los Santos as well.
Chanel.
I received that today at 6. That's why it's not in the printed out.
Okay, so there was a letter submitted by the Assembly Member, you say, De Los Santos?
Correct. In support of the application.
In support. Chanel, perhaps we can make that part of the record later on. So letter of support from Assembly Member De Los Santos. Very well. I don't know, Ariel, if you can answer the question, or Alex. I was at a school giveaway today, and it was at Opus, and I understand that Willie Polanco might also work for Utopia as well, and it was a great event, by the way. A lot of kids were lining up to get the goodies, and I was so happy to be there. Actually, Manny was there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Manny Los Santos was there giving out, the goodies. It was a really nice event where you supported the community. Alex, are you aware of that, Ariel?
Yeah, we're actually doing one ourselves. We're giving away about 1,000 backpacks and stuff for kids in the area.
Really happy.
So Willie reached out to Utopia to participate in the event. And they're also organizing one in Utopia, as he just mentioned, to give out over 1,000 book bags to the community as well.
Really nice event. I was really happy. Really happy. A lot of kids there. Again, this is what the community is all about. So again, committee members, the ask is to add DJ, add live music, extend the hours, the closing hours until 4 a.m. They did submit a copy of the public sign, copy of the license, again, a complete application. Let's proceed to see if we have members of our residents in attendance. I see that Angela, you have your hand up. You have,
Yes. I actually support the to pass the license on this establishment. I'm actually live in the area, and I'm always next to the establishment, and there is no complaint whatsoever. And they did give out tickets. I actually have one for the giveaway for the school supplies, and actually is being held back to school on tomorrow. So I feel this establishment should go through with the license because there's no complaint whatsoever, and they always help out in the community.
Thank you very much, Angela.
Thank you so much, Angela. So there's a resident that is supporting this license and this request. Again, very happy to hear that. I see that also, I see other residents. I see, I would recognize David, followed by David Giraldo, followed by Willie Polanco. David, you have the floor.
Hi, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for having. I really like the restaurant. It's family orientated. It's very safe. And what I like is also what they bring to the community. That is that they are a Peruvian restaurant. They serve Peruvian food. So that opens the chances for us to be visited by other people who are looking something different. So I go there frequently with my family. It's a nice place. I would like to see more options like that in Washington Heights. And Alex, you're doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. So again, positive comments from our residents. Thank you so much, David. I would like now to proceed to Willie. Willie, you have the floor.
Mute. Now we can talk. Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Willie Polanco. I work for a nonprofit organization around this neighborhood. I wish you can put the camera so you can see what I'm doing right now. I just want to say thank you to Utopia, to my family, together with another venues. I'm doing a bunch of stuff for the community. And I would like the community member that approved them to move on to have more time and have a DJ light, because I know that's gonna increase the figures and all the greater stuff that they do from the community. So just what to say. And I'll see you tomorrow. Members, if you got time, it's gonna be back to school from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And you go all welcome to pass back and see the venue, see our areas, and see how the atmosphere is around us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Willie. I would now like to move to, before I move to NYPD, I see board member Jonathan. Jonathan, you have the floor.
Yes, yeah, like I said before, I'm part of the community board 12, also chair of IT task force. I also want to say something about this particular store. I've been there myself, and the way they work is very smooth, and I really recommend this place to any of you guys that needs to have a nice moment with your family and enjoy a very good food there. So I highly recommend to have this license approved.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. That's board member Jonathan. I will see that committee member Robin, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say that I enjoy this place, in this location, this establishment. I've been there a couple of times with friends, and very clean. The food is great, delicious, great price. Customer service is outstanding. Alex, keep doing the great job, guys, you're doing, and keep.
Are you cutting off, Robin? Try now, perhaps.
I'm saying this, the establishment is outstanding. They do a great customer service. I've been there a couple of times with friends, and the food is delicious, very clean, and the price outstanding. Alex, please keep going like that.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
You guys seem to have a lot of friends and supporters, so that's great. I would like now to move to 34 prison before I recommend some steps. Officer Ain.
Hello, everyone. In regards to Utopia, we've had no incidents at the location, no incidents inside the location. With 311s, we just got 14 calls on valet parking in front and 5 calls for loud music. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Officer Ames. So there were 14 calls about valet parking around that area. I can attest that the valet parking problem doesn't emanate from Utopia. It comes from another source. I've been there many, many times, and sometimes even when I pass by and I see the place empty, I still see double parking cars in front of Utopia. So this problem has been created by another source. However, because of the 311 calls for loud noise, I'm going to recommend that both Ariel and Alex, just to make sure that we cover the double parking problem, I'm going to be consistent in asking you to have 2 signs of no double parking sign.
Okay.
And as you know, no valet parking as well. It's illegal in New York to have valet parking. You already have a sound limit in place, Ariel and Alex, correct?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask for that tip. And the place obviously has been properly soundproofed.
Yes.
Committee members, Will, is that like an old hand? I think it is. Committee members, do you deem any other step besides the 2 double parking sign for Utopia? Seeing that, let's proceed to a vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Isidro, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the size of the sign you would like again?
So the no double parking sign is we have as a standard. The height is 3 feet times 2 feet wide. That will read no double parking. And I also appreciate this is not going to be a step, Ariel, but perhaps the DJ every now and then can say, like, you know, please, if you have a car that will park outside, please don't do that, just to persuade the patrons not to double park.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's proceed with the vote. Angel.
Isidro?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Carl? Oh, Carl's gone. So with that, you have 6 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much. So Ariel and Alex, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have many of us, dropping by once again because the food is delicious and the price are very reasonable. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to take care of yourselves.
And thank you, everybody, for your service to this committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now let's proceed, Angel, with the agenda.
So moving on to our last batch of applicants. These are applicants seeking new licenses. First, we'll start with on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permits. Our first applicant is the Bar City Corp doing business as the Bar City Oliveros Restaurant, located at 1616-1618 St. Nicholas Avenue on the corner of West 191st Street. Do we have a representative for the Bar City Corp? We should. I think Soraya.
Estoy aquí, Joan Olivero.
Yes, this is an applicant that needs translation services. You're on mute, Soraya.
Soraya, please.
Sorry, I apologize. Yes, what was the question?
Have the merchant identify himself and what affiliation he will have to the business.
What affiliation? Let me adjust my volume.
Is he like the owner, the representative?
Ok, por favor identifíquese y díganos cuál es su afiliación, es representante, dueño.
El dueño, Joan Olivero, de Olivero Restaurant.
Yes, I am the owner of Joe Olivero Restaurant.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Joan.
Gracias, bienvenido.
Is this an application for a temporary license?
Thank you.
¿Es una aplicación para licencia temporaria?
Que si es una aplicación para licencia temporaria, se escucha lejos.
Sí, ¿es una aplicación para su licencia temporaria? ¿Me escucha?
Desde el principio, cuando se aplicó para The Bar City, se aplicó con temporaria y permanente.
From the beginning, when I applied, the application was for both temporary and permanent.
So you came here April 13th of 2022, where you requested to get a license, and the community board did not object to your request. Why you are back?
Usted vino aquí en abril 15 del 22 para buscar una licencia y ¿por qué está de regreso? Porque no hubo objeción.
Sí, señor, fue. Lo que pasa es que en el vecindario, yo estoy aplicando ahora para el comedor, porque Lando me dio la oportunidad de este restaurante que todo el mundo yo creo que lo conoce, que era el nuevo Caridad, que casi tiene 25 años operando para la Ocaminada.
Por favor, deme pausas para poder traducir. Sí, so I am applying for a dining room or dining area. I don't know what is correct. That the landlord gave me the opportunity and that's what I'm applying for. ¿Usted está aplicando para un comedor? Me dijo.
Estoy amendando simplemente el comedor.
I'm amending the dining room area, simply. ¿Algo más quería decir, perdón?
Amendando el área, agregando el restaurante, es lo que yo tengo. Agregando el restaurante que yo estoy.
I am making an addition to the restaurant.
Un comedor.
To the dining, corrections, the dining area.
This dining area, where is it?
¿A dónde está esta área de comedor?
Yo le mandé como yo le llamo la maqueta, yo le mandé como la foto de todo estaba todo unido.
I sent a
Diagrama.
picture with all included.
We need to hear from him where precisely on the floor plan would the new dining place be added. We need to hear from him.
Señor, tienen que escuchar de usted.
Okay, le escucho de nuevo.
Exactamente a dónde está este plano del piso.
Al lado.
Al lado.
Sí, al lado.
Next to. He's saying next to. Or besides.
Let me come to committee members because I'm a little bit confused here. Angel and the older members.
Están llamando a otros miembros porque hay una confusión.
So he wants to add an area that was already approved.
Esto usted lo está pidiendo para un área que ya estuvo aprobada.
And Soraya, please let them know not to interrupt until we clear this out.
Por favor, que no interrumpa hasta que ellos terminen de clarificar.
Perfecto.
So the idea is that if he's submitting a change, this will be considered a change to the method of operation, not a new liquor license. So in my mind and in my understanding, this will have to be revisited and be brought back as a changes to the method of operation. Am I mistaken that Angel, Leo, and the rest of the committee members?
Well, I guess my confusion comes in from the fact that he said something along the lines of adding an additional, like in Nuevo Caridad, whatever, he mentioned the name of a different restaurant originally. Did I mishear that?
No, I heard that as well. I'm still a little confused because when he speaks about the restaurant, we understand it's established, but is he trying to just add? Is it a restaurant that didn't sell food prior now selling food? Is he expanding? I'm a little lost.
So I think he would just mention that spot because that's the old spot that was there. So I think just to clarify, I think he's just mentioning what was there prior to, and then he's just doing a change of operations. It doesn't look like he is applying for a new liquor license, to my understanding.
Right, right. Because I believe that the place that he's adding is right next to the restrooms, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading this floor plan correctly. And if it's adding anything to the license, he will have to come back to do a change to the method of operation, not seeking a new license.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
Isidro, even if it's a different address,
So
the expansion?
Yes, even if it's a different address,
it,
it will
it's
be still completed or come under the umbrella of the liquor license that has been granted. So it will come under
yes.
the umbrella.
So the way
And,
that I
go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say the way that I would view this is basically what La Kiela did, where they got there's a space next door, and they're expanding their space next door. So you're looking for a different type of change. You're not asking for a new liquor license because it seems like they are getting leased out the space next door to expand the footprint of this particular location.
Is that the take
Got it.
by other members?
Now, I agree with what everyone is saying, but can we ask him if that new place next door, which he has purchased or whatever he's working out, if that's going to have a different business name, because then that changes the game.
That's a good question.
Good
I
question.
don't know.
So Soraya, let's be ready to for him to answer these questions. The first question has to be addressed whether or not he's expanding under a different name. Like the place that he's expanding, would that be a different name? If so, then he'll be right in asking for a new license. If it's just an expansion to the establishment with the same name, then he will not need a new license. He will need to come back. He will need to come back and do changes to the method of operation. Please explain that to him.
Okay, so if it's expanding and it's a different name, he has to request the license.
If it's a different name, then he's correct. There will be a new license. If it's the same name and expanding, there'll be no need for a new liquor license.
Yes, okay, sorry, it's hard. Okay, and one more time, I'm sorry. If he's expanding with a new name, he needs a license. Senor, okay.
If he's expanding, well, if he's taking over the place with a different name, he will need a new liquor license.
Si usted va a expandir con un nombre nuevo o diferente, sí necesita la licencia.
Yo lo que estoy agregando es un DBA.
DBA?
Sí.
So it is going to be
Is that
under different name if it's a DBA. It's doing business as. So
DBA, okay.
It's a DBA.
Yo le estoy a un DBA, era la misma corporación, no el nuevo nombre.
¿Usted está expandiendo el mismo negocio o va a ser un negocio nuevo?
No, mire, el negocio no se ha expandido ni se ha construido, el mismo negocio. Lo que Lando iba a cerrar el negocio y me cedió el lado del comedor, porque él me iba a dar nada más la cocina, me cedió el comedor completo. Entonces yo estoy agregando, simplemente agregando el comedor a The Bar City Corp.
Soraya, please.
Yes, I am simply making the addition to Bar City Corp.
On that note, then we will have to take this license out, this request out, and he will have to come back and do changes to the method of operation application, which is completely different.
Vamos a eliminar como está y entonces si usted quiere puede regresar para hacer los cambios que serían completamente diferentes.
No entiendo. Porque yo no le estoy
I do
haciendo
not
nada.
understand.
Isidro,
No hay cambios. Parece que yo no me estoy entendiendo o no se está
I'm not making myself understood that there is no change really.
You are adding space to this license. When you add space to the license, has to be reported.
Usted está añadiendo espacio a la licencia. Cuando usted
Ya.
añade espacio a la licencia, tiene que ser reportado.
Ya era un restaurante.
It was already a restaurant.
Por 25 años, el nuevo Caridad del
For
señor.
25 years. El nuevo Caridad, the name.
Y el Lando se lo iba a quitar a él y me lo cedió a mí.
And so the landlord was taking it away from Eddie and he granted it to me.
Señor, entendemos eso. Lo que estamos preguntando, como ya el lugar que estaba ahí ya no es de Nueva Caridad, usted viene con el Bar City Corp a coger lugar, ¿verdad? A coger el dining.
Yo tengo el Bar City Corp hace mucho, sí.
Okay. So tú tienes, it seems like he's taking over the space with the Bar City Corp, I guess, licensing that he has. So he might, I don't think usted tenía un liquor license anterior con ese corporación, con la corporación, Bar City.
No, yo no la tenía, la tenía Miguel Montaz.
Okay, yes. So it seems that he's applying for a new liquor license because he took over the space under a different name. So the Caridad, Nueva Caridad used to be there. It's not there any longer. He and the landlord went into business or negotiation with them and gave him the space. So he's coming with Bar City Corp to take over the space that the Nueva Caridad no longer exists.
I don't know because he was just approved to Caridad, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, but he's saying that no. He said, usted dice que Caridad estaba ahí, pero ellos se fueron y el landlord le dio la oportunidad para usted coger el espacio.
Sí, el lado del comedor, porque ya había cedido el espacio del bar.
The dining
May I say something, please?
So usted ya le había dado el espacio del bar.
Sí, de Bar City Corp.
So, usted tenía ya licencia después a vender alcohol.
No, porque yo no estaba operando.
So, señor, lo que estaba aplicando el share del comité, que usted tiene que volver porque son un par de cosas que usted tiene que hacer. Usted tiene que sacar una nueva licencia si usted no estaba operando, vendiendo a la venta del alcohol. Y también tiene que, porque te están cediendo el espacio que era de Caridad y usted lo va a coger. Yo creo que eso tiene que ser una operación de cambio de método.
Sí, ¿le puedo explicar algo por última vez?
Dígame.
Cuando se cedió el espacio, nosotros fuimos y tuvimos una reunión con el Community Board donde nos la aprobaron en la entrevista pasada de Bar City Corp, ¿verdad? Entonces, la licencia ustedes sí, de alcohol me la aprobaron.
Okay.
La licencia no se ha sometido a ningún tipo de licencia porque después de eso fue que a Miguel le iban a cerrar el negocio y el landlord me cedió el lugar. Entonces yo, para no cometer ningún tipo de nada, de problema con nadie ni con la comunidad, agregué el comedor que simplemente se le va a servir bebida a ellos. Ni siquiera tiene silla en los counters ni nada.
Escúchame.
I'm going to entertain Robin, followed by Joan.
Mira qué pasa, escucha bien. Lo que estamos preguntando es, por ejemplo, tú dices que vas a agregar el comedor. ¿El comedor existía o es algo nuevo que tú vas a poner ahora?
No, existía por casi 25 años.
Pero entonces tú dices que lo está ampliando el comedor. Entonces, para tú...
No
está ampliando el comedor está igual como estaba antes.
Está igual como estaba, simplemente yo lo pinté.
Pues entonces nosotros estamos malinterpretando lo que tú estás diciendo, porque si tú naturalmente vas a ampliar el comedor, tú tienes que someter papeles a nosotros diciendo que tú vas a someter a ampliar el comedor. ¿Me entiendes? Traer ¿cómo se dice? Un diagrama de las cosas que tú vas a quitar.
Yo le mandé el diagrama. Yo mandé el diagrama con todo.
I think we're making this complicated.
Lo que se le ha agregado son 30 sillas más. La aprobaron.
Angel, followed by Joan.
Okay.
El espacio que se llamaba Caridad, ¿verdad? El nuevo Caridad, eso cerró, ¿verdad?
No, no se llegó a cerrar, se llegó a cerrar, sí, se cerró por un par de días.
¿Y ahora qué hay ahí?
El restaurante
El restaurante del Nuevo Caridad todavía está en operación ahí.
no se llama el Nuevo Caridad, se llama, simplemente se le hizo un DVR de Olivero Restaurante.
¿Pero qué está operando ahí?
El restaurante, el bar no, porque no se ha sometido a ningún tipo de licencia, porque cuando ustedes me la aprobaron en la intervención, en la entrevista anterior, ¿verdad? Ustedes me la aprobaron. Ahí mismito, Miguel tuvo el problema con el landlord. El landlord iba a cerrar el negocio y me lo cedió a mí. Entonces yo, para hacer todo por la orden, yo lo que sometí fue el comedor, que son agregándole 30 sillas más.
Pero cuando tú le agregaste 30 sillas más ¿cómo es que se llama el otro negocio, el tuyo?
At the Bar City.
El de Bar City, ¿cómo tú se lo agregaste? ¿Tú
No,
te entraste al espacio del Nuevo Caridad para poder agregarlo?
es que el mismo, están juntos. El negocio están juntos.
Antes,
Let me see what we can do here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ignore the fact that he came back in April, and we approved the license with some steps. It seems like he hasn't submitted the paperwork to SLA yet. So now that he's submitting these changes, in his mind, these are changes. And I spoke to Chanel, and I think that she helped me clarify all this. So the fact that he hasn't submitted the paperwork to the SLA, he still wants to add this space and have the new resolution say that this space is included. So as such, let's pretend that this space will have the additional request of the space that he is mentioning. And let's proceed with the previous resolution that includes the following steps: to display a good neighbor sign, a phone number to be displayed in front of the establishment, and no double parking signs.
Yeah, me too.
Then this resolution will be sent to SLA as a new application.
Let me know when you're
Soraya,
ready.
please explain that.
Okay, the three things that you're requesting is the display the good neighbor sign, show the public notice.
To display a phone number.
Okay.
Of someone in charge in case any problems, resident will have the information to call someone in charge, and to display 2 no double parking signs by the measurements of 3 feet high times 2 feet wide.
Okay, and still include the good neighbor sign, did you say?
Yes.
Señor, tiene que cumplir con lo siguiente. Tiene que enseñar, mostrar un número de teléfono en un póster que sea de un encargado del establecimiento. Tiene que tener otro sign, otro letrero de no doble parking. Tienen que ser de 3 pies por 2 pies. Y tiene que mostrar un letrero de el sign que dice buen vecino.
Yo lo tengo.
I have that.
All right. So we have 3 steps in place. He will send the new result to the SLA, where it will include the new space for the dining. All right. So let's vote on that if there are no objections. But before I go on, I have to hear comments from residents and then move to the 34th precinct. Any comments from residents? Seeing none. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of 34th precinct? I think that we lost Officer Aim from the 34th precinct. So let's proceed with the stated steps, unless committee members would like to add something else.
You have two hands up. From
We
committee
still have
members.
Robin and Joel with probably all hands. Is that the case?
No, I just, so he hasn't submitted to the to SLA. So he's basically submitting a once approved license with this new annex, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Robin, is that an all hand or new hand? Robin, is that a new hand or all hand?
All head.
Angel, let's proceed with the vote with the three stated steps.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I'll be quite honest, I'm gonna have to abstain.
Okay.
Because I don't understand what's happening. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 6 votes in support, no opposition, and 1 abstention.
Thank you so much. So this application passes. Congratulations to Joel. And also thank you so much as well, Soraya. Please explain to him.
Ha sido aceptada su aplicación. Muchas gracias. Y...
Thank you very much.
All right, next applicant, please.
Applicant number 27 withdrew prior to the meeting. The following is applicant 28, Floridita Restaurant, Uptown Inc., located at 4162 Broadway between West 176 and West 177th Streets. Do we have a representative for Floridita Restaurant, Uptown? Doesn't seem like we have a representative. You're muted, Chair.
Thank you so much, Angel. So no representative, we'll go to direct vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin?
No.
Simari?
No.
Leo?
No.
Joel? Joel, how do you vote? I'll come back to Joel. Carl?
No.
Joel, are you still with us? We may have lost Joel for this vote. So that's 6, sorry, that's no votes in support.
My bad, it's a no.
Okay.
Sorry. I was having problems.
All right.
It's a no.
So that's no votes in support, 7 votes in opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. Let's proceed.
Okay. Next, we have applicant number 29 withdrew their application prior to the meeting. Applicant number 30 withdrew their application prior to the meeting. We have applicant number 31, Frankie Cruz, doing business as TBD, located at 421 West 202nd Street between 9th and 10th Avenue. Do we have a representative for Frankie Cruz?
Hi, I'm here. Do you guys hear me?
Yes,
I'm here.
Yes,
Hi, okay.
Frankie, for the purpose of the minutes, please introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Frankie Cruz. I'm a retired police officer from 3-4 Precinct. I've been through this. Is my second time. I was here back in February. I'm not sure if you see either want to explain what exactly happened, but I could explain it if you want.
Before we proceed, Frankie, in order for this committee to entertain your request, we need to have a complete application. And thus far, we don't have a complete application, which will include a complete questionnaire, a picture of the public sign, and
Right.
also a copy of the floor plan and a copy of a menu. These
Right.
are the classes, and we don't have none of that.
the issue that I have is that I submitted all that prior back in February. This is not, nothing's changed. Nothing's being added. The issue that arose was that after I submitted my application to the SLA, I used the forms from their website to submit this. I didn't use a third party or anything. I submitted it myself. The form, which would be the standardized notice form for providing 30 days advance notice to the municipality community board, that form itself was changed. Okay, after I submitted it using their form, they actually changed it slightly. So basically what happened was it went from having options of new application, renewal, alteration, corporate change, removal, class change, or method of operation change. They added something to that. So now, I'm sorry, do you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so what happened was I submitted with the new application, which is what I submitted to the community board back in February. That's what was on their website. The issue is that, yeah.
I understand that you submitted the application with what they had, the template that they had back then. But in order for this committee to entertain your application, we have to have all these documents in hand in order to ask you the proper questions, and we don't have that. So
we can't use because I submitted it before back in February, it was approved. You need
to resubmit all the questions, all the documents every time that you apply for a new license.
I see. Well, you know, the reason because I had the SLA themselves were the ones who advised me on how to go about this situation. They apologized. They knew it was not my error, but they're the ones who advised me and, you know, basically explained to me that it's not, it's to make sure that the community board understands that this is a new application for New York City, because that's the new adjunct. It's for premise in New York City, new application and temporary permit. It's nothing at all has changed. That information that I submitted, nothing of that has changed at all. I'm going on the advisement of the SLA themselves.
Right.
I wasn't aware.
But we need to have those, again, those documents handy so that we can review and ask you the pertinent questions. And because we don't have those documents, you have to resubmit all the required documentations. So what I recommend for you is that you withdraw this application, and then you connect with the CV12 so you can get all the proper documentations so that you can submit these documents on time so that we consider your application. Chanel will give you guidance on the amount of documents that we need so that we can actually entertain your application.
Okay.
Okay. So this application has been withdrawn. No punitive action will be taken against this establishment, and we're looking forward to having Frankie next month. So Frankie, connect with Chanel and make sure that you get all the proper documents in place and on time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's proceed then, Angel, with our next applicant.
Had to unmute, sorry. Next, we have applicant number 32, Casa Latino Restaurant LLC, located at 1447 St. Nicholas Avenue, between 182nd and 183rd Streets. Do we have a representative for Casa Latino Restaurant LLC?
Yes, good evening. Miguel Acosta, representing Eddie Morot, who's present at the meeting. My client is seeking an on-premise liquor license with a DJ, recorded music, karaoke, live music.
For the purpose of the minute, Miguel, what's the name of the owner again, please?
Eddie
Morad.
Morad.
And he's on board.
Yes, he is.
MOURAD.
Correct.
Thank you so much. So this is a new application. We, based on the record that we have, we actually approved some previous reso. So this is a new owner.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So Mr. Eddie Murad is the owner and sole president of Casa Latino. He's gonna be employing a manager, Mr. Franklin Cruz.
Just 1 minute, Miguel. So is Casa Latino or Casa Latina?
There is an error. Okay, I'll let
There was
you.
an error on the corporation record. So the way we submitted is the way that it was established originally. So there's no confusion. But it's going to be called Casa Latina. The DBA is to be determined yet. So basically, we're going to go with Casa Latino in the meantime because the corporate records haven't been amended yet.
Very well. So let me go over the method operations so that the committee and the NYPD and the residents will know what we're having. So this is the type of food is Latin tapas. It's a full liquor license. You have DJ, recording music, karaoke, live music. The place has been properly soundproofed. The space has installed a sound limiter. There'll be no third-party promotion. There'll be security personnel. The hours of operations are Mondays through Saturdays. I apologize. So it's Mondays through Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 4 a.m. Then Thursdays, Saturdays, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday until 4 a.m. Then Sunday from 12 noon to 2 a.m. The capacity is 256. You have 32 tables, 92 chairs, 12 bar stools. So I know this area really well. By the way, this is a completed application. They submitted a copy of the menu, floor plan, and also a picture of the public sign. But let's review some of the questions that I have. So we have a new owner. Can you please tell us what experience you have in the community and how many years of experience you have handling alcohol?
Worked for 18 years in La Casa del Mofongo.
How many years?
18 years in La Casa del Mofongo as an office manager. I ran the whole office, buying liquor, meat, vegetable, taking care of the money, the checks, the payroll. And I decide now it's time to have one of my own place.
So you want to have your own place. How many people are you going to employ?
We're gonna have about 45 employees, between 40 to 45 employees. I will hire, of course, everybody from the neighborhood.
And I see that Franklin Cruz will be the manager.
Yes, he is here with me. I don't know what happened. We cannot be on the camera. It's some error, but he's sitting right next to me.
Franklin, how
Yes,
are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So for the residents, committee members, and NYPD, Franklin, I'm happy that to see that you'll be managing this place because when you used to work at La Casa de Mofongo, I would say maybe 7 years, 8 years ago, maybe, I'm not sure.
No, I was running La Casa del Mofongo from 2006 till 2020 for 14 years.
Okay, so there was a serious problem that there was around Casa Mofongo and what used to be Lucky 7, where some of our residents decided to charge parking spaces for patrons that will come to Casa Mofongo Lucky 7. And if the patrons will not pay, the tires will get slashed. So that was a big problem, and I'm happy, frankly, that we dealt with that problem. We brought in the former council member to deal with the problem. We gathered all the small businesses there, and we actually had the NYPD do some enforcement. They came undercover, and that issue was rectified with the assistance with the NYPD. So I'm happy that you'll be managing Casa Latina, which is right next door to Casa Mofongo.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
Francis, you'll be mostly in charge of managing the place, while Eddie will be the one owning this establishment, correct?
Yeah.
Very well. At this point, I'm going to open the floor for questions. First residents, then committee members, then YPD. I see David Hiraldo. David, you have the floor.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. First, I understand that this business is having new owners and new administration. I used to be a regular client for Lucky 7. I really think that our community need a business on that spot, because when I used to visit Lucky 7, what I looked was the positive aspect that that business was bringing to the community. And that was that I want to say, without mistaking, that 95% of the people that used to work in Lucky 7 belong to the community. I was a witness of seeing single mothers being able to work because their job was in their community. That allowed them to take the kid to school, to manage to having somebody close to watch the baby when they were working. And that fact is what I'm looking when I see a business in Washington Heights. I want to see that business that bring resources to us, not to take away from us. And I really think that I don't know the management. I just telling you the experience that I have with other business. I heard that you said that other employees gonna be hired for the community. I hope that you keep that promise, because that I would like to see. The same thing that I saw before in Lucky 7, people from the community, that when you go there, you really feel that you are in your community. I really hope that you keep that promise. I would like also to see the good services that they were provided there. Also, what I like is that the business was open for events for the community in the second floor. I have a couple of meetings there, thanks to the that it was open for the community. The management that was there before, I'm sorry to compare, but I just want you to know, guys, that you come into this community, how that business was a plus for us. And I would like to see the same thing. Thank you so much for your time. My name is David Hiraldo.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much, David. I would now like to move to Joel. Joel, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Isidro. I just had a question, because I remember La Casa Mofongo came in earlier in the year. Is this going to be the same Casa Mofongo, or it's a different business?
No, this is a different business. It's located where it's actually the same premise where Lucky 7 used to be.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's right next to it.
Right next to it. Thank you.
Isidro, you're muted.
I'm sorry, Andrew, you have the floor.
Yeah, no, I did have my hand up. Okay, so I guess this must have been an office error, because the next applicant,
I'm sorry, Angel. I'm
Yes.
sorry. It's Aurelia Tavares. You called Floridita, and I nodded away.
We're going to finish up this license first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're still on the license. I'm sorry.
So when you go to the next one, Club Recreativo Los Amigos Corp, the address is 1447 St. Nicholas Avenue, and I think that's causing some confusion. Chanel, can you clarify if that's just an office mistake?
I believe so. I'm looking at number 33, and it says 501 West 207th Street.
Okay, so it must be just an office mistake. Okay, because I had the same confusion as Joel did in that case. I was confused as to whether this was replacing Casa Mofongo or not, but thank you for the clarity. I think there's just something wrong, Chair, with the next applicant, the address that's listed on the packet that we have.
Yeah, I think it's just a typo, perhaps on the office, because it's completely different.
Yep. Okay.
We'll check that typo. So I live nearby. I used to go what used to be Lucky 7 before a lot of times. I like the ambience. I know that there were some issues with Lucky 7, which this owner would not have. I would like to see this place open. I really support this license fully. I recommend some steps, but before I go into any steps or comments, I must make it a point and note that I cannot vote on this application because they're part of my bid. They're part of they fall under my jurisdiction, and because there will be a tentative conflict of interest, I will be refraining from voting. But this is an application that I will fully support. But I see, Robin, that you have your hand up. Robin, you have the floor.
Apologies. Yes, Sid, I've been a Lucky 7 quite a bit, and they have issues with some noise and stuff like that. But then we cannot punish the new owner. We had to give you the benefit of the doubt, and we supposed to. I mean, my opinion, I should help. We can approve that. We approve this licensing to have them back to business.
Thank you so much, Robin. Joel and David, are these like new hands or old hand?
All hands from David, all.
Thank you, David. Joel?
Old hand, old hand.
All right. So let's proceed now with the 34th precinct. And let's hear the comments for 34. Officer Aim. Officer Aim is not on the floor, so we'll proceed with the process. We voted similar resolutions with this establishment. And before, as you know, I cannot vote. I recommend some steps, which are the no double parking signs and a phone number to be displayed in front of the establishment of a management in case there are problems and issues. Residents can call and rectify the problem right then and then. Would that be okay with the committee?
Yes. Yes.
So let's move forward. And again, I cannot vote. I must say that publicly because of a potential conflict. This establishment within my district, and I work for the bid, and for that reason, I cannot vote. So, and you proceed.
All right. In the vote, I will go first, and I'm a yes. Robin, how do you vote? Robin?
Yes.
Dimari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
All right. Chair, you have 6 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention,
And one
and 1
cannot vote.
cannot vote due to conflict.
All right, thank you so much. So, Miguel, congratulations. And Eddie,
Thank you.
welcome again to the community. I'm happy that you have Frankie on board. Frankie is a problem solver. Franklin is someone that we can count on to help the community. And I wanted to say this after you guys voted. Both Casa Mofongo and what used to be Lucky 7 under Franklin's leadership at Casa Mofongo, they supported big time the car-free day up on San Nicolas. And I wanted to acknowledge that. But congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Eddie and Miguel, you all have a good night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too, guys. A pleasure seeing you guys again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next agenda item, please.
Next agenda item is seeking a new tavern wine license. This is agenda item number 33. Club Recreativo Los Amigos Corp., located at 501 West 207th Street at the corner of West 207th Street. Do we have a representative for Club Recreativo Los Amigos Corp.?
Ask again.
Do we have a representative for Club Recreativo Los Amigos Corp.
And Chanel, there's a typo
Yeah.
on the address for this establishment. And this is, they're actually on 207th Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
There, what's the typo?
the address is
Yeah,
the same as Casa Mofongo, but they're actually on, I believe, on they're based, they're not
They're on
based on
207.
1447 San Nicolas. Based on the application here, it's the wrong address.
So I mean, as when I looked at the map, I thought it was like on the corner of West 207, but I guess that was wrong.
Yeah, but on the voting sheet that we have, you stated
Oh, on the voting sheet. Oh, I guess I made a mistake there.
there's a typo there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Not a problem. So the representatives are not here. I recommend that go to a vote. No objections. Please,
No.
thank you.
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin?
No.
Timari?
No.
Leo? Leo? We'll come back to Leo. Joel? We'll come back to Joel. Carl?
No.
Leo? Joel? Okay. Well, then in that case, you have no support, no votes in support, 5 votes in opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much. This application fails. And let's proceed to the next one, please.
The next one is seeking a new restaurant wine license. This is applicant 34, Tadeo Restaurant LLC, located at 2153 Amsterdam Avenue, store number 1, between West 166 and West 167th Street. Do we have a representative for Tadeo Restaurant?
Right here. How are you?
Hello.
For the purpose of the minutes, please tell us your name.
Stefania Hartwell.
Stefania Hartwell.
Mhm.
Are you the owner or representative?
Owner.
Let me just pause for 1 minute here before we proceed. Aurelia, you said that you were representing Floridita.
Yes.
Called and we waited for you to come on board until we couldn't wait anymore. So we actually had to take a vote, a negative vote on this agenda item. So I recommend that we come back next month.
Okay.
I apologize that you were not on.
But usually your procedure was to put it towards the end. I was on the phone, I was on the line the whole entire time. My phone died, I put it to charge, and then you called me. It's, you know, and the owner's on the line as well, but it's fine.
It's unfortunate because no one responded when we called. We called 3 times. I even asked Andrew to call again, and no one answered.
I understand.
Yeah, we apologize that you were not able to connect.
Okay. That's fine. No problem. Okay, thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, Aurelia. So Stefania is asking for a restaurant wine license. And let me go through the specifics if you give me some time. So this is a Dominican food, Latin food that's going to be served. There'll be no jukebox, no DJ. Music will be played through recorded means. No karaoke. No live music. The space hasn't been properly soundproofed. There's no Sound limit installed. There'll be no third-party promotion. The hours of operations are as follow. On a daily basis, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. The capacity is on the 75. They will have 2 employees, so it seems like to be a very small restaurant. 4 tables, 18 chairs. They submit a copy of the floor plan, copy of the menu, and they also submit a copy of the public notice. So as always, Stefania, we ask about your experience with the community. How are you in the community? And what experience you have serving alcohol?
So I currently also own a campground, and here we don't serve alcohol, but we do have a lot of experience with people drinking alcohol and, you know, how to handle people in that situation. I've also, before we moved here to PA, I lived in New York City for 25 years. So, yeah.
So you currently living in Pennsylvania, but you lived in New York for 25 years?
Correct. Yeah.
One thing, sorry, this is Stephanie's husband. One thing to add to it.
Sorry. Let me clean this.
Her father has worked in the restaurant industry for 40 years as a cook at different restaurants throughout the area. And then her brother also has worked and managed a lot of restaurants and worked in bars and stuff like that. So they're both more familiar with that end of things. And they're the kind of the day-to-day operations of the restaurant.
You mentioned that your dad worked where?
He has worked in different locations. He has worked throughout the years in Coogan's restaurant, which obviously had closed down. Mofongo Steakhouse and down by like 200 something street. He has worked, but in Havana Heights, he has worked in like different restaurants throughout New York City.
And you said like for how many years in total?
30 years, I would say. About 20.
I have for you, Stephanie, you're going to be living in Pennsylvania, and yet you are requesting a license to be operating in New York. I think that SLA might have some reasons on that.
I'm sorry?
I believe that since you reside in Pennsylvania, I believe that you have to have residency in New York.
Yes, correct. And so the ownership of the restaurant is going to be 50-50, me and my mom. And we're both going to be in the license.
And you are both going to be residents of New York?
Yes, correct. I am still a resident of New York City, but I also have a place here, home in PA.
All right. And
we always come back and forth, sorry.
Okay. Very well. Committee members, this is a BNY license. Let's see if we have residents that will have any questions. I see no residents. But let's move forward now to the opinion of the 33rd Precinct. Sergeant Rodriguez. What's the
so we have no 301s in this location and no significant incidents, so no objections.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Rodriguez. So no objection by the 33rd Precinct. Committee members.
Well, you don't mind me asking, is this place open by any, is it open by any chance? Is the location, is it presently in business?
It is open at the moment, correct.
For how long has it been open?
It's only been open for about 6 weeks.
Under a temporary license?
No, it's under a legit license. Yeah, the restaurant license.
Okay. And Isidro, let me just ask you this though.
Yeah.
No, Isidro, for clarification.
Go ahead.
So it's a brand new license they're applying for, right?
Correct.
And but they are already on the ground operating the business?
Correct.
Oh, So what are we doing? We are simply approving what they are doing?
No, they are operating on their restaurant. They can legitimately serve food,
Mhm.
but for them to serve alcohol, they need to have the license, and they're applying for that license so they can.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, Joel.
So I just have a quick question. Is this your first restaurant that you're
Restaurant?
opening?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Um,
I'm sorry, Isidro.
I would submit 3 steps.
Isidro, I have a quick question.
Yes, Leo, go ahead.
So what time? It seems like a family kind of environment. It's gonna just sell beer, I guess, or what? So what time is this open? Weekdays, weekend? So I'm looking for it in the app, but I seem to be missing it.
That's a question for me, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so right now at the moment it's open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But once we get the beer and wine license, we'll be open from 7 to 11 p.m.
Okay, and did you submit that on the application as well?
Yes, we did.
All right, thank you.
So
I see. I see it, Leo.
3 steps, which includes a good neighbor sign. And Stefania, you can get that sign from the community board. You can ask them to send you a copy of it, and then you post that in front of your establishment. Also, a phone number of a management or a manager who's in charge in case there are problems that they can call you directly to rectify the problem if there are any problems.
Okay.
And also purchase of proof of purchase of a sound limiter. I know you're not going to have live music. I know that you're not going to have karaoke, but to protect our residents, I request that you buy a sound limiter and install it. And we would like to have for you to send a copy of that, which is a copy of the receipt, a picture of the receipt that you actually purchased it. Even if you have not received it, just a copy of it, that you install a sound limiter by Friday, the 23rd of September, before 5 p.m. So the idea is that you would buy this, let's say on Amazon or whatever other platforms, and you submit a copy that you actually purchased, the sound limiter, and you will send that proof of purchase to those staff members. Then I will be notified on Monday whether or not you submitted that document.
Okay, and that's September 23rd by 5 p.m., correct?
Correct, yeah.
And where can I get in touch with the staff members?
Reach out directly to Chanel.
Chanel, okay.
Yeah, just Google the phone numbers and you'll find it quite easily.
Okay.
And Stefania, do understand that if we don't get a copy of that receipt, then I'm going to ask the general board to vote against your license because you didn't comply in submitting this this receipt. So it's extremely important that you send this receipt.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. On that note, Angel, let's go to straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you so much. So, Stefania, congratulations on your new venture.
Thank you.
We hope that you prosper and that the final decision will be made on that following Tuesday after you submit your documents. I think it'll be positive, but we have to wait until then. And if there's any way that we can assist, please feel free to reach out to us.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You too. Night.
Thank you. Next one, Angie, please.
This is our last applicant for the night. It is applicant 35, 156 Valle Restaurant Corp., located at 1944 Amsterdam Avenue between West 156 and West 157th Street. Do we have a representative for 156 Valle Restaurant Corp.?
Let's call again to make sure. Angie, if you're so kind, please.
Do we have a representative for 156 Valle Restaurant Corp.?
Seeing that, let's go to a straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Simari, how do you vote?
No.
Leo, how do you vote?
No.
Joel, how do you vote?
No.
Carl, how do you vote?
No.
Chair, that's no vote in support, 7 votes in the opposition, and no abstentions.
Well, thank you so much, committee members. I think that we did well. We had 35 licenses. I think that we have been consistent, transparent, and we could not have done that without the assistance of each and every one of you. Thank you to the residents. Thank you to our board members that came in. If there are no questions, I recommend that we suspend the meeting.
I just have one question.
Joel, please.
For next meeting, are we doing it in person or is it gonna be virtual? I'm still a little confused about that.
It's going to be virtual. That's my understanding.
Oh, Isidro, it will probably have to be switched to hybrid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
because the governor
okay.
ended the executive order around the pandemic. And
Oh,
so,
boy. So we'll be in person. So in essence, the applicants don't have to come in person. They can come in via Zoom. That's the general understanding from the staff and the chair of this community board that the applicants don't have to come in, but the committee members do have to show up in person. And again, you know, we can meet in different places as a committee. We can go to a nice place and meet there. If not, we'll go to the community board and meet there in person. Oh boy. Well, thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. This meeting has been adjourned at 10:50. Take care of yourself. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you, Cesar. Thank you, everyone.